Testing, testing. Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Maryland Public Service Commission. Today we are conducting an evidentiary hearing on the record for the results of the recent standard offer service auctions for Type 1 and Type 2 electricity services serving the customers for several of our Maryland IOUs. Let's see, I guess we should take appearances. So first for staff to...
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Lloyd Spivak for the Commission staff. With me this afternoon, I have Drew McAuliffe of the Commission's Electricity Division and Frank Mossberg of Bates White LLC, the Commission's consultant for the SOS bidding.
Great, thank you, Mr. Spivak. I see Potomac Electric Power. I'm sorry. I should start with Office of People's Counsel. Yeah. Okay.
Good afternoon, William Fields for the Office of People's Counsel.
All right. Ms. Sikora, you're standing, so.
Sure. Beverly Sikora on behalf of BGE.
Great, thank you.
Taylor Beckham on behalf of Pepco Holdings.
Great, thank you.
Jeff Trout, Potomac Edison.
Great, thank you. All right, with that, Mr. Spivak.
Thank you. The Commission staff calls Frank Mossberg to the stand, please.
Solemnly affirm under the penalties of perjury. Statements made in this matter today are the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
State your license.
Mossberg, M-O-S-S-B-U-R-G.
Give me your business address.
It's 2001 K Street, Suite 500, Washington, D.C.
Thank you very much. Your witness.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Mossberg, and welcome back to Baltimore.
Good afternoon. Nice to be back.
Do you have in front of you a document entitled, captioned in Commission Case Numbers 9056 and 9064, and titled Direct Testimony of Frank Mossberg, Bates White, LLC, on behalf of the staff of the Public Service Commission of Maryland, and dated with today's date?
I do.
Does the document consist of 8 pages of question and answer testimony and 1 exhibit?
It does.
Did you prepare this document, or was it prepared under your direct supervision?
I prepared it.
Do you have any additions, deletions, or other corrections you wish to make at this time?
I do not.
And if the questions were asked of you now as they are asked in this document, would your answers be the same?
Yes, they would.
Do you adopt this document as part of your sworn testimony in this proceeding?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, staff requests that Mr. Mossberg's testimony be marked as Staff Exhibit 1 and that it be admitted into the evidentiary record.
Without objection, Mr. Mossberg's testimony will be marked as Staff Exhibit 1 and entered into evidence.
Thank you. Mr. Mossberg, can you please give us a brief summary of your testimony?
Sure. Good afternoon, Commissioners. Again, I'm Frank Mossberg with Bates White. We are the monitoring technical consultant for the 2022-23 Standard Offer Service RFP. We would recommend that you accept the results of this past Monday's bid day, which solicited mainly Type 2 supply and a little bit of residential supply for Potomac Edison. We make this recommendation for 4 reasons. First, the bidding was open, fair, and transparent. All bidders, including utility affiliates, offered the same products, and the winning bid was selected solely on the basis of price. Second, prices were consistent with broader market conditions. There were no winning bids rejected due to the imposition of the PAT, or price anomaly threshold. Third, the bidding was competitive. I can share a few numbers here. There were 8 bidders overall. That compares to 6 last June. I'm comparing to June because that's the last time we looked for a similar mix of products. In October, we asked for more residential supply, which tends to bring out a couple more bidders. These 8 bidders offered about 3.1 megawatts for every megawatt needed. That compares to 2.8 megawatts offered for every megawatt needed back in June. And out of the 8 bidders, we had 5 winners as compared to 4 in June. Finally, we would recommend acceptance because all the RFP rules were appropriately followed. We were able to independently evaluate the bids and judge winners, and we monitored all communication with the bidders. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Mossberg. Do my colleagues have any questions for the witness? If not, you're dismissed.
Thank you.
Mr. Spivak.
Okay. The Commission staff calls Drew McAuliffe, please.
solemnly affirm under the penalties of perjury, the statements made in this matter today are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
State your full name.
Drew McCullough,
Spell your last name.
MCAULIFF.
New business item.
6 St. Paul Street, Baltimore, Maryland, 21202.
Thank you very much. New business.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. McAuliffe.
Good afternoon.
Do you have a document in front of you captioned in case numbers 9056 and 9064 titled The Commission Staff's Report on the Standard Offer Service Bidding Process and Results for 2023 through 2024 and dated with today's date?
I do.
Does the document consist of 10 pages of information presented in both text and table form?
Yes, it does.
Did you prepare this document, or was it prepared under your direct supervision?
I prepared this document.
Do you have any additions, deletions, or other corrections you would like to make at this time?
I do not.
And do you adopt this document as part of your sworn testimony in this proceeding?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, staff requests that the Commission staff report be marked as Staff Exhibit 2, and further that it be admitted into the evidentiary record.
Without objection, staff report is marked as Exhibit 2 and will be entered into evidence.
Thank you. Mr. McAuliffe, can you please give us a brief summary of the staff report?
Sure. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. I'll provide a brief overview of staff's report of the estimated bill impacts of the standard offer service bidding conducted on January 23rd, 2023. SOS bids were received for Potomac Edison Residential and Type 2 service for Baltimore Gas and Electric, Potomac Edison, Potomac Electric Power Company, and Delmarva Power and Light. I will begin with Potomac Edison Residential. Please turn to page 2 of the report. The bill impact estimates compare the average estimated bills from June 2022 to May 2023 to June 2023 to May 2024. The average total Potomac Edison residential bill will increase 27%, which translates to $349 per year. The SOS portion of the bill is increasing approximately 41%. Next, I'll review the Type 2 estimated average bill impacts. Please turn to page 3. This compares estimated bills from March 2022 through May 2022 to March 2023 to May 2023. Additionally, a comparison of SOS rates from winter to spring is provided. Please turn to page 6 for Potomac Edison. Average total bills for spring 2023 are increasing 1.2 to 1.4% from spring 2022, and the SOS rates are decreasing approximately 62% from winter to spring. Please turn to page 7 for Baltimore Gas and Electric. Average total electric bills for spring 2023 are increasing 7.5 to 9.3% relative to spring 2022, and the SOS rates are decreasing 57% from winter to spring. Please turn to page 8 for Delmarva. Average total bills for spring 2023 are increasing 4 to 5.8% from spring 2022, and the SOS rates are decreasing 60 to 61% from winter to spring. Then finally, please turn to page 9 for Pepco. Average total bills for spring 2023 are increasing 9% from spring 2022, and the SOS rates are decreasing 56% from winter to spring. And that concludes my testimony.
Thank you, Mr. McAuliffe. Do commissioners have any questions? If not, thank you, Mr. McAuliffe. You're excused. Mr. Spivak.
That concludes staff's presentation this afternoon, Mr. Chairman.
Great, thank you. Does anyone else wish to be heard on this matter? Seeing none, this letter order will be issued shortly, and this hearing is adjourned.